And many of the ones we're seeing tonight have come to us from the Hubble Space Telescope, which I'm sure you've heard of. You're paying for it, by the way. I hope you've heard of it. It's an amazing thing. Here's a shot of it in case you didn't know what you were paying for. You're like, that's it? That's what we get? Yeah, it's fascinating, this thing. This particular photograph was taken in 1997, just after Service Mission 2. The Hubble hangs out 353 miles above the Earth, and so it's got a great jump on us getting outside of our atmosphere and gives us stunning images like we've never seen before. And I was just going to tell you quickly, Chris and I were at a camp this summer, and I was trying some of these space stuff out on middle school and high school students because I figured if it worked for them, it might work for you guys tonight. And they were so cool. They were just like, wow, no way. You know, just like teenagers would be. I was loving it. But I got home and I got a package in the mail, and it was a DVD of some Hubble images and video and a note. And I started reading the note and just freaked out in my office. I've never taken the note out in public, but I brought it tonight. I'm going to read it for you. Sorry about that. I'll just read it. I don't care if you think this is cool. This is cool. I've never read this in public before. It's never been out among other people before. And I'll just give you the short version. It says, "Dear Louie, thank you for your time at our camp. The person's children or child was there." And comes down the second paragraph. "They said you have a passion for astronomy. You may like this collection of HST videos. I was on Service Mission 2. That's what the point I started going, oh. So I, too, have a special connection to the telescope as it reveals the magnificence of God's creation. In his service, Joe Tanner." And I'm like, Joe Tanner. So I grab my computer and I go to the NASA site and I type in Joe Tanner, and come to find out he's like an astronaut. I'm like, I have a letter from an astronaut. I got a letter from an astronaut. That's cool. That's cool. And he's here tonight. And I'd just like to say thank you to him for being a great friend. And I'd love for you guys to say thank you to him. That's cool. It's awesome. We're going to go out. We're 28 million light years out at the Sombrero Galaxy. We're going to go past it to the darling of astronomy, the Whirlpool Galaxy. It's 31 million light years away. And you can see why it's the darling of astronomy. It sits in space, completely face on to the Earth. It's called a grand design galaxy, to which I say right on to that. It's made up of hundreds of billions of stars. Some scientists say 300 to 500 billion stars. It's called a whirlpool because it looks like it could just suck you in. For a while they thought it was sucking in this white blob over here to the right. You're like, what's that blob to the right? That's a whole nother galaxy, thank you very much. That's NGC 5195 over there. And the whirlpool's NGC 5194. They thought that it was going to suck it into the whirlpool, but no, they're way, way, way far apart. They're never going to touch each other. Rest well tonight. And after billions of years, they'll just pass each other in space. The pink areas, you're saying it's so pretty with those little pink twinkles. No, those are ferocious star-forming incubators. And stars are being born in there even as we worship tonight. Scientists say every second in the universe a new star is born. Stars as big as our sun and bigger. It's being put into place. And God's just naming them all and putting them where they are in his universe. But I want to take you way out. You guys seem like a group that's ready to go way out. I want to take you so far out, I can't even tell you what we're about to see. I can't even set it up. I can't describe it. There are no words. We are going far, 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 far out. Yes, it is. I'll just let you see it. He made everything we've seen tonight. The scripture says that through Jesus, God made the world. In another place, Paul wrote, He created all things, things in heaven and things on the earth. And you say, well, what's the left turn? We're seeing all these amazing things out in the universe, and now the cross. Yes, the cross, the creator of it all, coming to that pale blue dot, the maker of the whole wide universe, hanging on a cross that he himself created. And you hear the words of Paul, words we've heard many, many times, but so in focus tonight. Jesus, who being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, but he made himself nothing, taking the form of a servant and being made in human likeness. And being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to death. Even death on a cross. I want to show you one last image before we respond to him together. You say, there are no more images, Louie, thank you. It's the Son of God, crucified for my sins. There can be nothing else. Well, while I was in Durango with these students, I was just looking for something that I hadn't seen before. I was on the Hubble site, searching whirlpool images. You remember the darling of astronomy, the whirlpool galaxy. And I just searched whirlpool. A list of names of images came up. One of them was called the X structure at the core of the whirlpool galaxy. Got my attention. I thought, okay. I click on that link, and a photograph comes up, an image comes up on my computer screen, almost knocks me off of my seat. I cannot believe it. I'm just staring at it with my mouth open. It's 31 million light years away. The Hubble Space Telescope, seeing what we cannot see, has looked into the dark black hole core of the whirlpool galaxy and sent us back a photograph. Here's what NASA sent us back from 31 million light years away, deep in the core of the whirlpool galaxy. We get this image coming back to us. Wow! It's the X structure in the core of the whirlpool galaxy. I'm not here to scientifically tell you it's a cross. You can make of it what you want to tonight. I'm just saying it reminds me of the Revelation writer who said, it's Jesus Christ, the Lamb slain before the foundation of the world. It's Jesus everywhere. It's grace everywhere you turn. It's mercy when you least expect to find it. It's God laughing in heaven when we finally got the Hubble aimed at the right place, and he goes, check this out. It's me. It's grace. It's mercy. It's kindness. It's forgiveness. Everywhere you look, it's God saying, I love you.